When you look back on your worldview as a boy and a young man, who do you think shaped it the most? We're usually born into one somewhere around us, and that shapes us, and then we grow up and figure out whether we like it or not. So who influenced you early on?
Well, the greatest influence in my life was my father, who was an architect and was one of the students of Mies van der Rohe, who was the person that brought about the designs of glass and steel, the idea of form follows function. My father had an indelible mark on me. He really did view a life as a search for truth. And he also viewed it as an unending search. And his whole life, he was just an absolutely intense reader. He was never satiated. He always wanted to read in a variety of different fields. And he was also my best friend. And so he had the greatest impact on me. And he also sort of left this idea that when we go through life, you know, we are our greatest creation. And you have to remain true to yourself. And in some ways, that was also influenced by my mother, who was a social worker, president of Jane Addams Hull House in Chicago. My mother is one of the most courageous people I've ever met. She was fearless. She would face off with slum landlords, gang members, trying to clean up the streets and help people out. And I think the combination of that intellectual influence and that passionate influence had the greatest impact on me.
Well, it's not uncommon for a dad to have that impact. When I saw your mom was president of Hull House, that is one of the great institutions in America. I've read about the history of that, and it's quite a thing.
Yeah, that was my first interaction with lawyers, is watching lawyers work with Hull House. They created one of the first abused women centers in the country. They worked, my earliest memories are following my mother at her skirt, just holding on as she went through really horrible settlements and slums and confronting dangerous people. And she was this tough, very passionate woman who would not back down. And it impressed me that she could get away with it. Half the time I thought, even as a young child, this is where we're both going to die, right here. And but she showed that you could get by with a lot by having confidence in who you are.